EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup, as it'll be the Sentinels of Paris taking on the Indianapolis Colts. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Going to the air right away, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne. Down the sideline he goes. And touchdown! Travis Etienne, 58 yards. And the Sentinels are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here we go, set! 19, Tiger, 19. Ready,
now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Richardson. And his throw is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And this is going to be intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And he's got room. Now he's free to midfield. How about this? And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Etienne up the middle. Anthony Brown there on the tackle. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But the two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I wanted to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something, when you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Okay,
Ball
ready?
spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Richardson looking to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Let's go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, Lawrence. Etienne bringing in another one. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's got it down to the 28.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Lawrence now going to move him around. Now Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And out of bounds all the way. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Lawrence will throw. Touchdown! Evan Ingram from 3 yards out. And the Sentinels are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Sentinels 17, Colts nothing.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Let go.
On third down, here's Richardson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Richardson on 4th down. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Let's go now.
And the Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Go check. Tempo, tempo.
A give for Taylor running right side. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Cup 19, Cup 19. Go.
2nd down, here's Richardson. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. He is out of bounds comes, but not before he's inside the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check smash, check smash.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 27 yards. And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's 17-7.
Next to score, Sentinels 17.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Taking it about the 16. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
Now, will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Play action. Now Richardson. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Josh Allen. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
76 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
All right, let's go.
Play action. It's Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
It's now
Easy.
second down
Route.
6 at the Colts 43-yard line.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando. We'll
it's
check
a
in
new
with
season,
Jonathan
so
Coachman
both of these
for our
coaching
EA
staffs
Sports
likely making
halftime
plenty of
report.
adjustments
Coach.
after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right at the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now it's Richardson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the return will stop right around the 25. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20. Touchdown. Travis Etienne. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Sentinels are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Mustang 19. 19 Lions. Say hurt.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Take pass.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's McKenzie. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. There he goes, left side. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 127 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Running left, Taylor. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
This will be caught at about the the 6. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Here we go.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Panther Street. Panther Street.
They'll run here with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
It's 3rd and goal.
Dragon 60. 65 cat. 65 cat.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Check back. 19 tight. 19 tight. 60 average. 60 average.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Now ETN to start the drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And they'll go again with ETN. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Lawrence's throw caught here by Jones. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Come on.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Richardson off the play fake. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
he's sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. Touchdown, Colts! Jonathan Taylor. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go 52.
Now Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. 2nd and long, but zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but
even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here. Attempted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Richardson. And that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Buffalo 18. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Richardson to throw it. Pass complete. He's got Woods streaking across the field. Big strides. Look at him go. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jelani Woods, 36 yards. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Looks like this one won't work out. Hams team able to secure the football. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. There he goes, right side. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. McManus now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This is 1st and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Richardson. Got his man, it's Woods. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15. Here's Richardson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd down.
Mustang 19. 19 light. Ready, ready?
Here's Richardson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Street, street. Warrior 70. Panther 11, Panther 11. Dragon 60.
Now Richardson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed